This is a demonstration of how to use Google Earth to create boundary files that are in KML format that can be exported and then translated into a GeoJSON file for use in the NORI Soil Carbon Conservation Plan program. So this is a farming area, irrigated in New Mexico, and this is an example field that we will make an example of for you. So what I'm going to do is create this boundary for this particular farm, right? And what we have are really, this farmer has 2 blocks of ground. It's only maybe 15 acres. There's a field here and a field there, right? This is in his domain. So the issue is, do we actually have 2 boundaries for this or 1? So the way I'm going to illustrate this is how to connect the 2 maps together. First, want to take a look and see kind of what's going on here with the soil stuff. So this is Soil Web. This is readily available on Google Earth. You have to download a bit of a application side to get this detail, but as you can see, this is it's pretty good detail. Other parts of the nation have a bit more resolution in the information they're carrying, right, in the particular county. So, all right, so it's all one soil. Okay, so I'm not going to feel like I've missed something, or if I haven't done this particular issue. But we have this one little corner right there. See that? I'm going to carry that forward just for illustration purposes. All right, so I'm turning the soils off. Now let's just, we're going to generate a boundary for this field. And this will be, put this over here, and we'll just call this Field A. All right, so we can do some things like when we set this up, it's going to be white, right now the line color, and we'll make it a bit broader. Say we'll make it 2 points large, and in the fill, we'll use light yellow, and we'll make we want to be able to see through the coloring, right? So I'm going to drop this down to about, say, 50%, and then what I'm going to do is start the addition here. So I'm going to make a tracing. There you can have a tradition of how you do things. This particular case, I'm going to trace counterclockwise, okay? Just because of a quirk. This is Indian ground, and they do things counterclockwise. I'm not an anthropologist, but you kind of have to go with the flow of who you're working with, right? So anyway, I'm creating this boundary file. This is pretty simple stuff. This is a very basic GIS skill process. So I make this mention about going on a clockwise rotation because, for example, let's say I wanted to move this file, right? Or I wanted to insert a new point there. Can you see how that jumped from this segment between these 2 rather than try to bisect this area? So what you want to do is, because you went counterclockwise, you want to select this one if you want to add a point on the downside of the direction of travel. All right, in any case, so what we have here is we have a field now that comes together, and what kind of measurements are we getting? A perimeter, probably we want to work that in feet, and probably work in acres. So 5 acres on this ground. Okay, so Now we got a field. What we would do is now you do a save on this. I'm going to save this place as a KML or a KMZ. KML is preferred. Okay, KML is the human readable form, whereas a KMZ is a compression of a KML. So this is binary, the KMZ. It's a zip file logically, and then KML is a verbose human readable form. Okay, so we're going to stick with the old KML form, and we're going to create we're going to put a file here out somewhere, save as. I think we're going to put this up here in maps, documents, jump up here in documents, maps. I think I got one down here called temp, and we'll just call that save as. Okay, bingo. Now we have a field that has this boundary and stored away as a KML. First step. Next step will be to take the KML and run it through a translator and create a GeoJSON. But that was pretty quick. Took me a few minutes to demonstrate this for you, plus try to give you a yarn as I waited around. Thank you.